Hey guys, EBPMAN here. Now in today's video, we're taking a look at headphone technology for those of you who are working from home, going to school from home, or if you're a mobile worker and you're just looking to get the best audio quality for phone calls, then this is going to be the video for you. Today we're taking a look at the Anker brand new PowerConf H700. This is a headset that has a great boom arm mark, has transcription technology, Bluetooth. It also has a dongle that's going to allow you to connect to any device. You have to check out this video. So let's get right to it. Now in this video, we're also going to include an EBPMAN style call quality and audio test. It's going to give you a sense of how well these are going to perform in noisy environments. Now, one of the things that I'm sure is important to you, as it is to me, is battery life. Battery life on these is pretty spectacular. We're talking about 24 hours of battery life. So you're not going to run out of power in one sitting. Now, let's say you happen to forget to charge them, which, that happens. So if you do, you can charge these for 5 minutes and get 3 additional hours of battery life. So that's going to really help you out if you forget to charge them. Now, the other thing that these have is active noise canceling. So if you're looking to really melt away and not have to hear all the noise around your home, or in whichever workplace you're in, active noise canceling is going to come in. It also has multi-connect technology, which means the Bluetooth 5.0 feature is going to allow you to connect to more than one device at the same time. So that means that if you're connected on a Zoom, on a Skype call, on a Teams call, whatever that is, you're going to be able to be connected to your PC, and if a phone call comes in, it's going to switch automatically to your phone. Or if you're watching a movie, we use our headphones for both things, it'll be able to switch back and forth from your tablet, desktop, or whatever device. So you can connect it to 2 devices at the same time. Now, it also has a USB-A dongle that's going to allow you to extend, again, the connectivity. This is going to allow you to connect to some of the corporate phones that have like a USB port in there so that you can have those calls as well. Or it could connect to a PC too. Now, it does have auto ear detection, which means that when you take these off, or if you literally lift it like this, it's going to go on mute. It's really cool. So as soon as you lift it off, it goes on mute, and then as soon as you let go, it basically continues the phone call because your mute is removed. So that's that auto ear detection. It also has ambient sound. So even though these are on-ear headphones, you're going to be able to hear what's going on around you. So it has that. It has this technology called Voice Shield. And Voice Shield, we're going to put it to the test, right? It's intended to cancel out noise and give you a better call experience. We're going to see how it works. And then also we have 40mm drivers, right? So it's going to give you a good audio experience outside of the phone calls. So again, we're going to be testing these with our EBPMAN style audio test so you can hear how well they sound. So make sure you check that out. Now, one standout feature that sets this headphone apart from all the ones that we've viewed on the channel, the business class or let's say student class, right, of headphones like this or headset, is the fact that they have a feature that's called, it's actually a meeting record feature that does transcription. So what that means is that as you're on these phone calls, it's going to take what you're hearing and it's going to transcribe it in text so that you can read it or create minutes. If you're a student, think about that. As a student, you'll be able to listen to a lecture and then have all your notes. If you're a business person, you'll be able to be in a meeting and you'll have all your minutes. Pretty cool. So let's go ahead and check it out. Now inside the box, you're going to find headphone case, your headphones, and then also you have a docking station. At least in my version, I had a docking station. Now the case itself is a crush-proof case, nice case with, again, a wrist strap right here. As you open this up, you'll find this little compartment right here that blends in really nicely, and as you open it up, you have a USB-A to USB-C. You actually have 2 USB dongles, right? One of them is going to be used as a transmitter, right? So that as you're speaking, it will connect to it, and the other one is an extension for your, again, your cable here so that you can connect it to another device. So you have that. Now, as we take a look at the docking station that you have here, this is a really nice docking station, right? This is going to give you a lot of flexibility when it comes to, just keeping it constantly charged, right? So you have your USB-A connector here, or a USB-C that goes to the USB-A to connect it to your PC, and then you'll be able to mount things really nicely here to keep things charged. Again, remember, in 5 minutes, you're going to get that 3-hour charge. So that's a nice to have here. And then now we have the headphones. So let's take a closer look at them. Now the headphones themselves are pretty similar to what we've seen in the market before. And you can see here that you have memory foam at the very top. It actually has a very thin band, which I actually like a lot. I do like the color. I do like that kind of like steel blue look. It does have the ability where you can actually change it, the size right there, right? And also what you have here, and I left the sticker on here on purpose, is that you have a multifunction dial that's going to do volume control left and right. It also does, you know, like the play pause stuff going on right there. On the bottom here, you can see where you initiate your active noise canceling. And then over here, basically what you have is your power Bluetooth, you have your USB-C connector, and then you have your boom arm right here. It's an on-ear model, right? So this is not an over-the-ear where it goes around, but it's on the ear, right? But it doesn't put a lot of pressure. I found that it feels really good. It doesn't have vicing, so you can see how flexible this is. I actually really like the overall feel to this. And you can notice that there's a left and right indicator there. But I found that depending on my mood, I switch it, you know, from side to side because this boom arm flips either way, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put it as labeled, right? So this is what it looks like. And then you'll notice that it does have a low profile, not really big, has some space here. I wish it was a little bit more tapered, but we'll take a look to the right and then we'll take a look to the left so you can see what it looks like. And then again, when you are looking at the mic and you bring this down, this is what it would look like with the mic, right? This way. And then this is what it looks like with the mic up, right? So overall, you know, feels comfortable. I don't get overheating, and it also doesn't really tighten or vice on my head whatsoever. Now, next we're going to do a call quality test of the PowerConf H700 in the quiet environment. Take a look at our decibel readings. Anywhere between 26 and 28 decibels of noise. It's going to switch. Now, this is what the call quality would sound like when making a phone call on the PowerConf H700s in a quiet environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Next, let's add some wind to the environment. Now, this is what the Anker PowerConf H700s would sound with wind in the environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now, we're taking the noise level to a higher degree now. And as you can see here, our decibel readings are anywhere between 38 and 79 decibels in noise. What we're going to do is we're going to stay quiet to see how much the mic is canceling out. You can see that it's on. And then we'll continue with the vocal test. Let's go to switch. Now, this is what the call quality will sound like when making a phone call on the PowerConf H700s in a noisy environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Next, let's add some household noises to this test. Now, this is what the H700 would sound like if an infant was crying in the background. This is what they would sound like with an infant crying in the background. Now, if you're curious what they would sound like if a dog was barking in the background, well, this is what they're going to sound like if a dog was barking in the background. Now, all of us get interrupted by a doorbell. This is what they would sound like with the doorbell ringing in the background. Now, next we're going to do our audio test, so make sure that you're wearing headphones or earbuds so you can hear what we captured. Let's check it out.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different, still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments, doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors, they kinda tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with the way we are and the way we lose it.
Now, next we're going to talk about the app, and we're going to focus primarily on the mobile app, but there's also the same version available on the desktop, and that's going to give you the ability to have that transcription service, which, by the way, you do get a set amount of time for free as part of the headphones, and then you can subscribe to them even further. And as we take a look at the app here, there's a lot of things that are going on. First of all, you can see it's showing us the actual headphone right there. You have the battery level, the state of the mic itself. You also have different modes. You have transparency mode, and you have noise canceling. So I'm going to turn on noise canceling. And with the noise canceling, I have to say that the noise canceling is really, really good. It is significantly different. I can literally hear it just like, boom, everything go away. Especially when it comes to white noise around the house or even our dogs barking. It literally, you could be in the same room, hit the button, and everything is gone. Transparency mode is very natural. I don't hear digital. I don't hear robotic. I don't, I'm just like It's like I'm talking right now, like if I didn't have anything on my ears. That's how much how natural it is. And then what you have is normal. And the normal, this is where I would say I almost feel like I am in a fishbowl, right? It has nothing to do with the technology of the headphones themselves, but it's almost like if you have earplugs, right? So this is basically the passive noise canceling that you get from having this on your ear. And it's the same experience that you would have with any headphones if you just put them on and they didn't have noise canceling. There's a muffling that takes place of everything around you. So I like the more natural sound, like what I have right now, by keeping it in the transparency mode. Now, transparency mode does have a low and a high, and when you turn it on high, it's almost super hearing like. So I really like that it boosts things up so I can hear myself even clearer and I can hear things around me even more. As a parent, if you have a small child, I think that this is kind of the mode that you'd want, especially if you have little ones running around the house and you want to make sure that you are keeping at least attention to them with your hearing. Now, again, you have those three modes. You do have an equalizer. And the equalizer is going to give you the ability to choose various settings. You know, either the signature settings, bass, booster, R&B, electronic. Again, you have all those settings, and you can create your own custom EQ if that's something that you wanted to as well. Now, in the app as well, you do have a settings area, and in this area, you're able to really look at firmware updates. You can turn on side tone, right? And that's just something that I typically have on. Because I'd like to be able to hear myself. Sometimes, depending on the noise that's going on, or if you're in, let's say, active noise canceling on, you may tend to want to speak louder than you should. And this is going to give you the ability to really hear what's going on. You have the mute indicator, your busy light, and this is where you would be able to update your firmware. Again, this is going to be supporting all of the devices that Anker has, because Anker does also have a speakerphone that works really, really well as well. So this is the one solution that kind of like orchestrates all of the solutions that you have when it comes to the Anker work or I say homeschooling or whatever your situation is, type of headphones or headsets like this. So guys, that wraps up our review of the Anker PowerConf H700. I highly recommend these. They sound fantastic, love the technology, and they did really well in our tests. See you in the next video.